Hey guys, it's me, Ego here. Hi. Hello. Today I brought with me Clio's new cushion, and oh my god, the case is so pretty. I'll take some time to introduce the products, show you the swatch of all the shades on my face, and also recommend tones for each shade. Clio's Kill Cover Glow Fitting Cushion, Bloom in the Shell Limited Edition. With an SPF 50+, PA+++++ UV protection factor, it's said to be a new adhesive glowing cushion with improved durability and adhesion by improving the overly glowing radiance and the heavy moist filling. As the cushion is labeled the Bloom in the Shell Limited Edition, the design of the cushion starting from its packaging gave off a different impression from the cushion designs of Clio's previous cushions. The product is said to have been made with a finer formula that produces a clear glow that is perfect for the current trend. The button closure case has a luxurious design reminiscent of a mother of pearl. The pine needle perforated water droplet puff is said to help make it easier to adjust the amount of product being absorbed and discharged, allowing for a thinner, clearer, radiant-looking skin appearance. At first, I thought the needle perforations were only on the outside of the puff, but I was able to see that the whole puff was perforated upon stretching the puff out from the sides. This cushion comes in 3 shades, pink, yellow, and medium-based. Overall, they're recommended from number 21 to number 23 skin, but personally, when I applied them on my arm, I felt that there were shades that I would recommend for number 19 to number 23. Since these are pink, neutral, and yellow base shades, you should choose the shades that best suit your skin tone. Instead of a heavy oily glow, it's said to combine a powder that gives a soft glow and a highly moisturizing oil complex to create a thinner and more natural glow. The boron nitride powder, which produces a subtle radiance, flattens the surface of the skin and reflects light to give it a smooth and thin glow. Personally, rather than being glowy, I felt it had more of a subtle shine. It felt silky and softer than expected, and the finish seemed to express with a soft, clean feeling on the skin. Also, the cushion releases a lot more product than expected, so I think that you'll need to finally adjust the amount you apply on. This cushion is said to create lighter, cleaner, longer-lasting radiant skin with the use of a double powder. With a much lighter finish, it's said to be less smudging despite being a glow cushion and to consistently feel light and comfortable. When I first tested this cushion on my face, I was surprised with how well it adhered on. I liked how good it feels on the skin and how beautiful it makes the texture of the skin look. As I was testing, the thought that the base makeup can get cakey or flaky if my skincare was too dry or too moist came to mind. So I recommend that you exfoliate your skin or do your skincare properly before using this cushion. In the case of coverage, it seemed to cover up dark circles and redness pretty well, but it was not high enough to cover the acne and troubles on my forehead. When looking at the nose area, it seemed to cover the pores well. I tried layering to see if the coverage would go up, but it didn't seem to increase much. Like this, I've introduced Clio's Kill Cover Glow Fitting Cushion, and now I'll show you the swatch of all the shades by applying them on my face. Number 2, Lingerie. This is said to be a pink-based shade and is said to be a recommended shade for those with cool tone number 21. It's a shade that feels a lot more pinkish than I thought and seemed to fit well with those with cool tones who uses number 19 to bright number 21. Number 3, Linen. This is said to be a yellow-based shade that is recommended for those with warm tone number 21. This shade seems to feel more neutral than expected, so I recommend it for number 20 to number 21, but I think it's a shade that those with number 21 skin will use more than number 20. Number 4, Ginger. This is said to be a medium-based shade that is recommended for those with warm tones number 23. It's a shade with an apricot base, and for me, who usually wear number 23, I felt that it was a bit bright, but it's a shade I personally liked. Like this, I've shown you the swatch of all the shades. Since it's a product with a variety of shades ranging from pink, neutral, and apricot base, I thought it'd be difficult to choose a shade at first, but when I actually applied it, the shades seemed to create a more natural feeling than I thought. Although it's a glow cushion, it's said to have a much lighter finish and to be less smearing, so I did a smear test. The cushion is said to have completed the human body application test for its 54-hour radiance lasting effect and the human body application test for the mask smearing prevention effect. Putting on my mask and taking off, there was a little smearing. Actually, no. I'd say there was barely any smearing at all. But there were a few marks on my cheekbone area from my mask. Since it's a cushion, it's easy to touch up. Personally, while I feel that the marks were not severe enough to need a touch-up, I'll do a touch-up to show you. Taking a very small amount of the cushion and tapping it on, it seemed to recreate the appearance of how it looked when the cushion was first applied. So now I'll finish the video by showing you the lastingness of this cushion. When I first applied it, I was able to see the smooth and clean skin expression and was able to confirm that the troubles on the forehead were covered with some extent and there was no buildups on the side of the nose. I tend to have some blackheads and have large pores on my nose, but over time, I was able to confirm that there was a bit cracking on the side of the nose, but in the case of trouble on the forehead, I did not see the base coming off, so I'm pretty satisfied with it. Like this, along with the Clio's Kill Cover Glow Fitting Cushion Bloom in the Shell Limited Edition, I showed you the swatch, daily smearing, and durability test. Being that this is labeled a glow cushion, I thought that it'd be very moist and shiny, but it had a seemingly soft glow with a silky application. As I mentioned before, there was some flaking when the skin is too dry and caking when the skin is too moist. So if you have a lot of sebum, the sebum might look white like whiteheads. So I think it'd be better to use it after taking care of your blackheads and sebum. So my video is still here. Thank you for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe, press the like buttons, and please leave some comments for me. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye!